that he can't escape. Got himself a wife, but she's a pot, no love to reciprocate.
I have a sandwich at the sub shop down the street, but now it's all boarded up, and man, that really ain't sweet. Tenant, oh tenant, she was the HR lady, huh? Turns out she was stealing all the cash. I mean, what the fuck? I remember the smell of freshly baked bread, standing in line as the minutes sped, ordering my sub with extra black forest ham. Little did I know it was all part of her scam. Oh, Tammy, you brought the sub shop down with your embezzling fraud. You left the whole town frowning. I miss the taste of those sandwiches, so damn divine. But thanks to Tammy, we'll never have that shop, and that's where we draw the line. By the time the manager found out, all the money was already gone. Ten had gotten into the QuickBooks and left them nothing but a song. They say she's living down in Rio off that stolen cash. But Tenant, if I ever find you, I'm gonna stomp that ass. I haven't touched a sub since I found it, when Mighty Sub done fell. And I hope wherever Tammy ends up, that she knows the final stop's hell. Now I wander on the dusty highways looking for a sub, but I know no matter where I look, nothing would ever feel that love. Oh, Tammy, you brought the sub shop down with your embezzling fraud. You left the whole town frowning. I miss the taste of those sandwiches. Oh, Tammy, brought the sub shop down with your embezzling fraud. You left the whole frowning. I miss the taste of those sandwiches, so damn divine. But thanks to Tammy, we'll never have that shop, and that's where we draw the line.
That's right, Ryan. You know what I'm talking about with Tammy.
Down on a restless night. Special Agent Catherine Reed, she's got a hunch, she's got it right. She walks into the room with her badge held high. John Elliott's sitting there wondering why she asked him about a girl that he met online. Midnight meeting in a house shrouded in crime. John shifts in his seat, a nervous look in his eyes. Agent Reed's got questions, she won't compromise. John stutters and stammers, tries to find his words. But Agent Reed's got questions, she won't compromise. John stutters and stammers, tries to find his words. But Agent Reed, she's got a way like nothing he's ever heard. She knows the ins and outs of every dark deal. She's got a reputation that's sealed with steel, with steel. On the day that John got met, he drove for over 2 damn hours. He asked to use the bathroom, but what he needed was a shower. After a while his gut felt sick, he knew he had to get out of there. Then he heard those booming steps, and Chris Hansen filled that other chair.
I'm sure you have, Jameson. I'm sure you have.
Watch your draws. You were caught by Catherine Reed, so you candle by the beds. In the other room, Jim Rash just snores and scratches at his chest.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Dave. It's Wednesday. We've got a show for you. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome, Jameson. Now that I've got my own tunes in the green room, I don't want to talk over them too much because I spent I spent a little time making them, and I'm going to make you listen to them while you're there. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to the show. I've got some commercials for you. We'll talk about it in a minute. Krista's over there, my co-host and producer.
That's me.
What a day, right, guys? Wednesdays, right there in the middle of the week. Hump days, all your office mates probably annoy the shit out of you with that. That being said, hopefully this will break up whatever you got going on. We're going back to the same vault compilation or whatever of 70s and 80s commercials, and I think whoever put this together put them in chronological order, more or less. So we're 26 minutes in and we've not left the 70s. Not only have we not left the 70s, we've not left the early 70s.
I should get co-writer on some of those. Hashtag just saying.
You know, when the album is put together, that's the thing. I'm like King Cobra, JFS, and Cyrex. I'm constantly working on albums. So once I get one of these albums put together, whether it's about lol cows, murderers, or this show in general, yeah, you'll be in the liner notes, Ryan. You know what it's about.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, we'll probably do another music show at some point too. Once my credits get re-up, because I'm down to a measly like 950 credits left.
Oh my God.
So, also, we're having a nice cherry Pepsi mead that we made. If you want to see how it happened, you can watch our other channel, Meeting of the Minds.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. My hopes weren't high. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You should show the postcards.
Here's the thing. Remember when the
eclipse
fucking
happened?
eclipse happened? This one's upside down. Ryan sent us these Popeye postcards from when he went to go see the eclipse, and we got them like 2 days ago or something.
We got one last week and one 2 days ago.
And postcards are like, what? Nothing. They weigh nothing. They're just a card. You don't got to worry about damaging anything inside of them. And it took 40 years, Marty, to get these. But
Not gonna lie. Yeah, thank you. I was nervous that I accidentally threw them away or something from the mail, because they like to throw shit into the newspapers.
Yeah. I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Not to be like a nitpicky person, but as a mild photographer, these are both photos. There's credits of whoever took a photo on the back. This isn't a photo class, right? But this picture of Popeye, right? What you would want is you treat him like a human being. You would focus on the eye closest to the camera, because that's where your face is going to be drawn, the face of the person you're looking at. He aimed the focal point right here in the middle button, so it's sharp as a tack, and his face and his feet are blurry as hell. It's terrible. And there's look at the cropping, that line is not straight. But hey, thanks for the postcards. I'm just, bashing the work of the photographer. Come on, aim for the eye. Even on a statue, that should be a layup, right?
It doesn't move.
Yeah, it feels like there's motion blur, which I would get if there was a breeze in the trees behind it. But it feels like this dude who credited himself, or whoever gave him credit on the postcard, didn't have the patience to stop walking. He's just all right, I'm gonna wide open F 1.8, aim for that middle button and
click,
send it off to the postcard company. That being said, let's finally get me to shut up and move these commercials in. Woo! Let's rock and roll with this party.
Jean Latte After Bath Splash is for people who want to take charge of their...
Not to stop it so soon, but back in the 70s, because I thought this is what this was going to be. In the 70s, there was a weird, babies are sexy thing that happened for a little bit. There were several companies that were pushing women's products that were it'll make you look younger, but way too young. Way watered down.
Way.
These products in the 70s were like, hey, try this face powder, lotion, whatever, and these ladies wear it, and they're like wearing onesies and like drooling on themselves. And they go, whoa, that's super hot. And I go, what? Like we overshot it by miles.
Ryan says, talking about liner notes, trivia for FFOP Radio. What was the first major album to include lyrics in the liner notes?
First major album? I mean, here's the thing. What do we talk? I don't know when liner notes started, so I couldn't tell you. Like, to me, liner notes happened on CDs. Because you couldn't fit anything in a cassette, and I never saw lyrics. So I'm going to say, what was an early CD?
All I can think of is the Beatles.
Not Billy Frampton. Peter Frampton comes alive? That's what I would say. Yeah, 70s? Okay, I don't know. Then Peter Frampton comes alive. That's my guess. It's a big one. Or one of the Elton John albums. Yellow Brick Road.
Is she the Gina Tay type? Don't give her perfume.
Sgt. Pepper's.
Gina Tay. All of it. What a splash.
Was I right? That's the Beatles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Who gives you a smooth, no-lines look you love and
I should get a half a
comfort
point.
you want?
Isn't it weird how in the 70s, like, don't show your underwear, and now everybody is trying to get their underwear to blast through their pants. Like, you want to wear your pants so tight that your underwear is like, you can see how many stitches were used in it.
Yeah.
It's easy to be me
Or at
from
least that's how I feel, because there's asses everywhere, and I feel like every time I turn around, somebody's big fat ass is outlined in their granny panties because their Lycra pants are so much tighter than their underwear for some reason.
no nonsense. The only panties and hose all in one with soft as air knit panties and a roomy cotton
They
family.
pull up to under your
and
nipples.
now there's new easy to be me control top too to slim you,
I get
trim you
10,000 points.
comfortably with
Peter
no
Frampton
panty
was in
lines.
the awful
Easy
Sgt.
to be
Pepper's
me.
movie, so you should get a
Soft
partial
comfort,
point.
No panty line.
I'll take it, but hey, we should talk about the Beatles movies one day, because I had Help and what was the other one? Hard Day's Night on VHS, and whoa, those are a fucking trip.
In regular,
I've never
light
seen
support, and new control
any of
top.
I like competing against men. But only if they don't patronize me. Then if I win, it's really exciting. You know what else I find exciting? Men who wear English leather cologne. I like the way it smells on men. And I like the kind of men who wear it.
They don't patronize me when we play racquetball.
I find them to be challenging. When it comes to the battle of the sexes, I don't like pushovers. I guess that's why all my men wear English leather.
I mean, here's the thing. Was it more annoying or simpler or whatever? Like back when it was like men and women, like it's two teams, right? That were constantly trying to trick one another into having sex with each other. It just feels like it's gotten so much more complicated. Here's the thing. I was happy with, like when I found out gay people were a thing, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Because everybody I met who was gay was awesome. Now it's just like, oh my God, everybody is just, could be anything. You don't talk about, you shouldn't be talking about it anyway. But like, I feel like there was a time when like everybody knew a line and they didn't cross it. And the ones who did cross it, we just started an unspoken rule not to talk to them anymore.
Right.
I don't know.
It was like boundaries before the word boundaries became a thing.
Right. Like, I feel like I used to exist in a society where most people knew where they were on that totem pole. Like when I was a construction worker, I heard a lot of jokes about the hard R word that, you know, the punchline was basically about Mexicans or black people that I would never, ever even consider hearing or even like accidentally hear at some of the office jobs I've had, because everybody just sort of stays in their level of the water column.
Yeah. Right.
But now it's just like everybody is everywhere. Like I would never go to one of my, that's just the thing.
Everybody has their own opinions about everything and they want to be heard more now.
Right. I don't want anyone to look at me or talk to me or ask me my opinion. If you want to talk about something, I will try my hardest. But fuck, man, like, don't make just interacting a problem. It was just easier to be like, to rib your buddies and be like, ladies, and then just dismiss that and then go on and talk about normal stuff.
Yeah.
But now everything's just like a headache. Everything is just a fucking headache. And it's probably because we've all been locked inside. We don't know how to like act around each other anymore, or at least that's how it feels like.
Or they wear nothing
Thanks
at
for
all.
expressing that opinion.
I'm just saying.
Perhaps you've had a lab test to find out if you're pregnant. With EPT, you can find out at home. using the identical test method used in hospitals and labs.
We'll give you a live rabbit, and you'll cut it open and pull its ovaries out and pee on them.
Over 1 million American women have done just that with EPT, early pregnancy test. Follow directions carefully, see your doctor as recommended.
Look how much pee is being held in there, it looks like. Oh, my God. Is that all pee? Here's the thing, like, there's an episode of MASH where, like, they're trying to find out if Hot Lips Houlihan is pregnant because, like, it could be a make it or break it thing for her career. I don't know why they needed to find out right then, but they go, hey, where are we going to get a rabbit? And Radar O'Reilly had a pet rabbit that they killed. So... I'm sorry, I'm fucking it up. They would usually have to kill the rabbit because that's what you do. You inject it with urine from the lady and they examine the ovaries and they kill them. But Honeycutt and I think it was BJ Honeycutt and Hawkeye surgically examined the rabbit and it lives.
Huh.
It was, well, that's the thing. I was thinking poor Radar, but that's the thing. There was the twist at the end. Radar's happy because they performed surgery on the rabbit. Houlihan's not pregnant. Hooray, the show can continue. But they go, you know, first rabbit surgery in Korea, probably.
EPT gives you the clear result in 2 hours.
2 hours.
EPT, in-home early pregnancy test.
That's crazy.
The hospital and lab method already used by over 1 million women.
It's amazing. You know, this is the 70s, presumably, and now you can get a pregnancy test and find out in 2.5 minutes.
No, definitely. It says 1979 right there. But it's also interesting because when I was coming up and these commercials were on, it was the early pregnancy test at first. But by the time the 90s rolled around, it was the error-proof test.
Yeah.
Because they were the ones who were like, piss on it immediately. Like, it'll smell your whiz and it'll tell you if you're pregnant or not. Those Slavics.
Your own voyage to a private cove.
The watch.
Coral sands that promise closeness.
Coral sands. Coral.
The luminous world of inner space.
Say dawn
Now
for a
time is
woman.
beauty.
Dawn.
Time
And
is the
then dawn
Rolex
for-
date
Dawn for a
just.
man. The break of dawn. You'll get your results by the time you're showing.
The following good night's sleep
Happened in San Francisco.
is brought to you by Travelodge. In over 500 locations,
Seattle
the
are like
business
this.
traveler depends on us.
They're like the Walmart of hotels. Like, it's the same headboard and the same orientation, same color sheets. They don't want to confuse their dim-witted clients.
Travelodge, a good night's sleep at a price that won't keep you awake.
That's like Casey Kasem. Where did they go? I remember seeing that sleepy bear all over the goddamn place when I was a kid.
If a man's slacks fit him too close.
Brian says, I don't remember the brand, but there was an ad for pregnancy tests in the mid-2000s that called it the most sophisticated piece of technology you'll ever pee on. I think it got pulled pretty quickly.
I remember that shit, yeah. That was
If he
extreme
just
back
can't
then.
stand to sit. Then he needs action slacks from Levi's
Action
Sportswear.
slaction.
Perhaps the most comfortable slacks a man can wear. The
Oh,
waistband
honey,
and
look at your
fabric
butts.
stretch
Look at how
and
high
more
they
room
are.
than needed.
Those aren't that high. They're like normal slacks.
I could sit through a double feature.
Well,
Look
maybe
how
this
long is
here's the
that
thing,
then?
slacks without a belt always look super high to me.
It looks kind of weird because I feel like there's no zipper or anything, right?
Well, with like dress
Yes.
pants and slacks, that would all be hidden behind a...
Action slacks from Levi's Sportswear, where quality never goes out
Yeah,
of
wear your
style.
sports slacks. Hey, you guys bring your sports slacks?
Hi, sis. What's up?
I need a gift.
Someone special?
Yes, if you must know. He's
Oh no, it's it's late 70s stepbrother porn.
handsome and distinguished.
That starts with a very boring sale.
It's clean, fresh, like the deep woods.
That's perfect.
Buy it now and get this traveler bag for
Oh
just
boy, a traveler
$16.50.
bag.
Great. How did you know what to suggest?
You said he's handsome and distinguished, so I chose my fragrance.
Now it's his.
Are you sure you don't want to have an affair?
See, that's the thing. That wink wink guys, it was okay in the 70s.
Colibri demonstrates its extraordinary lighter. Touch sensor. It has no buttons to press, no levers to push.
What?
Even a butterfly
Instead,
can
when
smoke.
open, it senses your touch to light electronically.
Oh, then it burns a butterfly.
For a personal demonstration, come to your jeweler and bring your lightest touch a Colibri touch sensor.
Bring your butterfly.
Please don't touch our lighters very hard.
Beautiful jewelry that works beautifully.
We'll burn your butterflies for
Colibri
you.
lighters available in the fine
Is a
jewelry
caterpillar
department at
too
all
rough of
May
a
Company
touch?
stores.
Makeup play
We
stores?
take pride in bringing you quality footwear for less.
Oh my
These
God,
most
look at
wanted
these
fashion casuals are
colors.
low-priced
I'm in
every day at
love.
just
That's the
$11.90 to
tobacco
$16.90.
sunrise.
This week only, their special holiday price
How many
is
butterflies
$7.90
died in the
to
making of this
$12.90. That's an
ad?
extra
As many puppies and kittens died in Milo and Otis.
$4 savings to you. And many dollars less than at major mall
So
stores.
many
Fashion,
dollars.
quality,
Look at how big these
assortment,
shoes
and
are.
$4
I
savings
thought this
at
was a
Shoe
furniture
Stop.
commercial when it started. I was looking at those going like, yeah, I'd buy some of those love seats. It's comfortable as hell. Naga hide.
You'll love it.
I've never burned another butterfly.
Rich Corinthian leather.
I drink Dr. Pepper, don't you know?
No?
And the taste is making peppers everywhere I go. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper.
I've got genital peppers.
What's pepper? Would you like to be a pepper too?
Assimilation.
Why does everything that was produced in the 70s need to have a dude with this mustache and this haircut? He's got the Mario hat on, which I love, but like every 70s commercial, no matter what, needs to have a dude who looks like this, or every movie, like he'd be driving the truck where like he would see the thing before the bad thing happens, or he'd go, ah, well, whatever.
Never leave a hillbilly behind.
Werewolf in London, really?
I'm a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper.
Notice how they're not bragging about how many flavors they have?
When I first heard about Body on Tap, I thought, could a beer shampoo be that different? Well, in shampoo tests with
Whoa,
over 900
they get
women
drunk off
like
this
me,
shampoo.
Body on Tap got higher ratings than Prel for body, higher than Sassoon for healthy-looking hair.
This feels like another one of those like factoid bullshit things. Like, you know, sometimes some bullshit you'll hear on the news or some idiot will spout off to you and go, like, you know, that beer hydrates better than water. There was a scientific study released and milk does this and chocolate does this. And basically anything you ever want to just indulge on and keep continuing to be a fat ass on, you can be like, well, a scientific study said. And yeah, when you look into the like the beer one, for instance, like it was something along the lines of like a high intensive workout, and they got to drink beer that was, I think, between 2 and 4% alcohol.
Nice.
So it's not like they were getting blasted, and the measurements were in such a specific, and it was measured against water. And I'm probably sure Gatorade would be okay because, like, what does beer bring? Like, what? Like, it's bread. It's liquid bread. That's why it was invented. It's crazy.
Now I use Body
Also,
on
one
Tap
of these
for
Dr.
full
Pepper
body
ads had
and for
the
clean,
series in the
strong,
series had Popeye in it.
conditioned hair.
Also,
Body on Tap.
they have
It's a
creamy
great
coconut Dr.
shampoo.
Pepper now, and it's
And try
amazing.
new beer-enriched
I
We
just
saw a
saw
commercial.
that
Yeah.
in the store, and I was like, could it be? I was like, nah, I'm not
Because
going
life
to do
is
it.
filled with a variety of mishaps, spills, miscalculations, and assorted minor disasters, Black &
I've
Decker
never done
invented the
Whoa,
cordless
we had
dustbuster.
one of those growing up, man.
I think we did too.
The handy dust buster. Get one and see.
Those were so awesome. Like, here's the thing. I don't know what happened to like a small handheld vacuum. Like, they were convenient as fuck. Like, now I have a big ass vacuum and you can put all the hoses and shit on it you want. It's still a heavy piece of equipment to roll around. I miss the dustbuster. And here's the thing. If you're ingenuitive, they're everywhere. We had one for every occasion. We had one in the house, and we had a bunch of like reptiles and amphibians and insects and shit growing up. So we run around the neighborhood to catch crickets. And if you put like a little filter in between the motor and the bugs so they don't get chopped up, you can suck bugs up off the street. Neat as you please. Come home, empty it out. Like, they were infinitely useful, and they're gone.
We own one that's not it's not cordless. There's a cord on it,
Right,
but it's
that's-
little like this.
This is what you need. It was everything you needed and more.
Was it 17 D cell batteries?
I thought it was a charger.
Can we make a coconut mead? Yeah, I'm honestly surprised David hasn't made a coconut mead yet.
Dustbuster vac. Get one and
Because
see.
he
The only
likes
thing-
coconut.
I do love coconut. The only problem is I don't know if I would use like coconut water or coconut milk. Probably neither because of the fat content, even though coconut water wouldn't necessarily. But if I want to use like toasted coconut chips, it would have to be in secondary, and I'm going to have to find something to pair with it because I don't know if whatever. We don't need to talk about it now, but it's been on my mind.
Why do you think they call it close-up? It's got real mouthwash to freshen my breath.
It's got real
and
mouth
it gets my
feel.
teeth as white as they can be. There, take a look.
Nope.
Closer.
I'd rather look at you.
Whiter teeth, fresh breath. Why do you think they call it close-up?
Jean Natte After Bath Splash.
Not this
is for
again.
People who want to take
Look at those legs.
charge of their life. It makes your body and your mind so fresh, so new. You get the feeling there's
Where's like the water? All the I don't know. Maybe this is a thing that actually happened, but in all the commercials, like where women are bathing, if they're bathing their bodies, their hair is up, not getting wet. If they're shampooing their hair is wet alone, or their bodies are bone dry. What's going on with that?
Baths.
It's insane. Just clean the whole thing.
Christmas bonus days are here.
No.
And you can get Christmas bonus
Do
savings
it.
when you buy a selected RCA TV.
Whoa.
A $100 bonus on a color track console
It's
with
still got
remote.
wood on it.
A $30 bonus on a color track table model.
Get a 700-pound
Buy any RCA
TV.
TV like these and get
Whoa.
a $10 to $100 bonus direct from RCA. So
Oh man. So here's a thing that nobody will probably ever experience ever again, and why would they? And you guys haven't, and I know you haven't, but I'm gonna tell you this story anyway. When I was growing up, I had one of these big ass TVs like you see here. It's 40 feet wide and 9 feet deep, and it had one of those classic rectangular like stainless steel and black plastic on the bottom, built to withstand a nuclear blast remotes. But it did not operate by infrared light or anything like that. It used ultrasonic frequencies, barely ultrasonic, because if you were downwind, so to speak, of the remote, at least I could hear the remote because it was sending out sounds, high-pitched things that would interact with some sensor on the TV. And here's the thing: if you ever anything high-pitched, like change in your pocket or keys or whatever, would change the channel or like up the volume or mess with it would go crazy because it was controlled by sound. And like, on what planet would you consider controlling an electronic device in your home with something like sound? What the fuck was happening in the 70s?
So hurry to your participating RCA dealer because
It was an old-ass TV, so I'm getting it.
But once a year.
What if I told you that a nickel can still buy a serving of one of nature's most perfect foods?
Nope.
A food that has nothing added to it. No sugar, no chemical additives, no preservatives. A food that has
Is it a
fiber,
kernel of
no
corn?
sodium, and no cholesterol. A whole grain higher
There you
in
go.
protein than any other grain.
Listen, guys, fucking grains are cheap. And even though they're practically free to grow, they're subsidized by the government. So you're basically getting paid to eat them almost. Like, quit pretending like they're so great.
With the
Like, good
flavor
things
and
are
nutrition that
expensive.
grew in it naturally.
You can't keep them in a fucking silo.
Yes, a nickel still buys a full serving of
There you
fiber
go.
It's oats.
Do it.
one of nature's
You said
most
rice.
I know. I was
perfect
gonna,
foods.
but it, obviously it's not going to be rice. It would be Uncle Ben, if anything.
Oh, not again.
What you writing, Dad?
Mistakes.
You need a pen that erases.
Pens don't
Those are called
erase, dear.
pencils, honey.
Eraser made erases.
Erases? I don't believe it.
This is the ballpoint pen that does the unbelievable. Erases.
But
the eraser-made pen has a special patented ink that gives you time to erase mistakes this easily and eventually becomes
Time.
permanent.
Eraser-mate, you're unbelievable.
14 and a half
Eraser
seconds.
You're not filling out legal documents, right? That was a legal pad of paper. He's making a shopping list. He's
making a
like,
grocery
do, and he's like surrounded by balls of wadded paper being like, miak. No! Like, what?
Made. The erasable
Malk?
pen from Paper Made.
$1.98 in the 70s. That's like $40 in today's money.
Nothing like an autumn day to make you feel so fine. You don't have to look too far to have a real good time. With a Big Mac and a Coke and autumn on your mind, you deserve a break today. Nobody makes your day.
God damn, it's like this is a one bowl town. You walk into the barber and he goes, "Do you want the bowl or without the bowl?" You can tell who doesn't get the bowl. Most people get the bowl.
Malk, now with vitamin R and authentic Bulgarian Miak.
Yeah, you got both those references, Ryan. I wasn't surprised by that.
The only conditioner with continuous conditioning. Gets hair
Bulgarian
so beautiful,
Miak.
it stays beautiful even through 3 shampoos. New
Hey, remember when he kisses the troll? Because it's,
small miracle from Clairol. Hair dances, bounces, catches the light. Continuous conditioning. No one else has it. New small miracle.
Like, video technology is what probably was all that was needed for shampoo. Because I feel like all of these like this is 1980, you can see it right there, but like all these old commercials, like the fidelity is so low and the clarity is so not there. It's like, how do you even tell if this is healthy hair or not? Like, it's so washed out and like everybody's monitors. Like, let's be real. I had a black and white TV still in use in my house, like in the 90s. So if in the 80s, that would probably still be a more common thing. So black and white, low-res CRT, you see all this stuff, you go, oh, well, that shampoo made the whites whiter in that hair or whatever.
Another trivia question for you. Which popular musician wrote the "You Deserve a Break Today" jingle for McDonald's amongst other famous jingles?
Was it "You Deserve a Break Today" or "Have You Had a Break Today"? You had your break today. Have you had your break today?
Regardless, who was it?
Who was the guy? Now it'd be a funny joke if I remember his name, so I'm gonna keep thinking. Lou Gossett Jr.? That's not the guy's name. Who sang Ernie Reyes Jr. is what I'm thinking. No, that's not even it. Who sang the Ghostbusters theme? That guy. Tried to be a movie star. It didn't work.
What?
I've always believed in taking care of myself. But exercise and diet are just part of keeping fit.
What's the other
Unfortunately,
part?
women risk getting certain kinds of cancer.
Barry Manilow.
That's why it's so important for you to talk to your doctor and
Right, but how many times are you guys getting testicular cancer, huh? Like, so give me a break. We're always talking about your boobs. Let's talk about my balls for once.
find out how you can protect yourself against cancer. Not smoking, doing
Barry
monthly
Manilow,
breast
no shit.
self-examination, and getting regular cancer checkups are good ways to stay healthy. And when you've got your health, you've got it all.
Where are you going?
Just in the water.
You just walked into a lake.
Never to be seen
Pulled
again.
under by the baby Jason. The 12-year-old Jason.
Introducing the front-wheel drive performance machine that matches BMW
Oh my God, look at that.
acceleration,
The
but beats
performance.
its price by $4,000. The Bosch fuel-injected
Your
family
pocket's full of
sedan
rocks.
that beats the gas mileage of Toyota Celica, Renault 18i, and more
terrible
dealers than
that
any other
looks.
European car.
Yep.
Renault, more than just economy.
Wow.
At American Motors.
No, they lasted a long time, obviously. I've owned dozens of Renaults.
Hello to a brand new world. It's just outside
Pan Am.
your door.
Now that Pan Am and National are one, you can fly Pan Am to 25
Is
great
Pan Am
US
still a
cities like
thing?
Washington,
No, but hey, at least Canon was. You saw that back there, right?
D.C., Las
That
Vegas,
still
and New
exists.
Orleans, and get the kind of international
New
service
Orleans
that's
is
made
still
us
a
famous.
thing, so there's that.
Say hello to Pan Am.
Kids still exist.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, Block. Say goodbye to Pan Am.
Something big
That
is
pre
always
9/11
here.
era when you could meet people at the gate.
I know, it's so wild. What were we just watching? We were watching Tommy Boy, and like the shit, like it's just so close in time. Like in movies, you were making bombs and strapping to each other, and like as a gag, or like accidentally robbing banks, or like getting into an airport with a gun or whatever. It was so insane, like stuff that you would get like any whiff of it, and you would be pounded into the dirt by like 900 people all wearing boots. And like back in the 90s and the 80s, it was just like, yeah, we'll just run into an airport, we'll park our car here and throw our keys to the dude and be like, yeah, catch you later. And like,
keep it.
And then at the end, it's like no repercussions. It's like, well, this isn't a vulnerable point in our society. Movies are just telling us.
Save $100 on this color TV with reliable electronic.
It's like a color microwave.
Remote control.
Simulated TV picture.
Sears compact stereos. Choose either cassette or 8-track and make tapes from records and the radio.
Whoa. Please, but don't steal our songs. That's what they wanted you to do. This is so crazy. It's set up like... So remember, not you, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably don't remember, but there was that awkward period where it went from being live show entertainment, like vaudeville and shit, and dancing and knights in armor, where you'd see like a big stage and people would do shit in front of you, to like moving pictures where we finally learned the language of cinema. There's that part of the epoch where we have those growing pains where like in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, there's like a lot of movies where it's like 57 minutes of ice skating and 14 lines or whatever. That's what this feels like, but it's the 80s. It's like, we know what commercials are. Like, why do we have to have this dude in the tux, like, walk around a showroom? Like, we still hadn't, like, we'd learned the language of cinema, but advertising still eluded us till, like, the mid-90s.
It's like a PBS, like,
Why the Tux Fosco? Because of the goddamn class.
Look at him.
It's a picture show. Like, that's the thing. Like, movies, you know, elevated it so everybody had to wear tuxes and blah, blah, blah. Now, anybody can shoot a movie, so it's kind of like gutter trash, but there was a time where everything had to have an air of class. But, like, it's a fucking Sears home appliance sale.
It's like the QVC stuff.
Come to Sears. Free holiday sale now.
Pre-holiday.
Solid as Sears.
Coming to Gray Friday.
Isn't it a pity that soft, dark, silky eyelashes are wasted on children? That's
gross. Goddamn children hogging up all those precious
Give us those eyelashes.
That's why Revlon invented new Soft Lash Sponge-On Mascara. So new, it goes on with its own little puffer belly sponge. So new.
You look like a child, so you'll attract all the men. Ooh. What is up with the fucking 70s?
It looks more like beautiful eyelashes than mascara. Get some compliments on your own soft, dark, silky, grown-up lashes. With
how many times and how many people have to say that no one cares about eyelashes?
Some women care about eyelashes.
Women care about it. So you can be catty and point at each other's eyelashes and say they're weak or strong or thick or thin or whatever. Guys don't give a single shit. I've never looked at anyone, whether they had eyelashes, they were large. Obviously, if they're like cartoonishly large, you go, that's fucked. But never at any point was like ass, yet check, boobs, check, legs, all right, rocking that. Weak on the eyelashes, though, so we're going to take a soft pass. Yeah. But if something changes.
Oh, yeah, I don't get, like, I'll wear mascara to, like, you know, make my eyes stand out.
Yeah, quiz me every time it happens, and I maybe get like as good as a coin toss.
But I never understood like the people that get eyelashes, their lashes done, like it's put on, like more put on.
This is exactly what it is. Dudes will put loud mufflers and lift kits and knobby tires and a bunch of shit on their cars so they can swing their proverbial balls to every other asshole driving a commuter who really doesn't give a fuck about waving their dick in everybody's face. Whereas like ladies will get big eyelashes or spray paint weird curly sideburns or glue hair to their head or do all kinds of goofy shit. And like you're doing it for the same reason we're doing it. The dude who hangs the nuts on the back of his Jeep and goes like, I like to touch boobies, isn't so that he can attract a lady who loves nut facsimiles and dudes who love to touch tits. It's to show other dudes like, hey, I'm a man, no homo, dude.
Do you hate your kid for their eyelashes? Sure,
yeah,
we all do. Rip out their lashes and glue them to your eyes. Today. Y'all making me insecure about my faux eyelashes and fake nails.
You goddamn it.
I've gotten fake nails before, but
I mean, whatever. You're doing it for the other ladies. You're not doing it for anyone other than other ladies.
No, I'm doing it for myself. I don't give a shit what other people think of my nails.
That's the thing. But whatever. I do most of the stuff I do because I like looking at the things I look at on my body. But I'm just saying, like, if you ask a woman why she's doing XYZ, it's because, oh, dudes love it. No, we don't.
Oh, yeah, no.
Half the shit you do, we don't give a shit.
You probably never notice when I do my nails.
You're
Unless
actually quite homo. It's like a huge thing down here. No shit.
Really?
It's a homo Jeep club? Hey, that's fine. You know, to each their homo. Is that a thing?
Niner jeans, Gloria, you're terrific. Yeah, and they don't cut or pinch anywhere. What makes them this comfortable?
They're my new stretch denim jeans, and they are a pleasure to wear. I use a
like Sandra
special
Bernhard.
Merjani fabric with just enough give, so they feel simply wonderful on, and they fit like
the skin on a grape.
So that's literally been happening since the 70s then, because every fucking year it feels like, oh, we made jeans that stretch. Well, yeah, you've done it every year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pro quarterback Joe Theismann.
I'm pro photographer Scott Barrow.
I rely on my quickness, my arm, and my big buddies.
I rely on my Canon 81 with an auto
Sell out. You should be shooting with Nikon.
winder that's as quick as Theismann and a telephoto lens that's as powerful.
P.S. Are these assholes like playing in a black void? No people in the stands? P.S. Like...
as his arm, so I can catch the throw and catch the catch.
Hey, Scott, it's my turn now. Going out for a pass.
All right.
With the AE1, it's easy to shoot like a pro.
I have with that perception.
P.S. Number one, just as a photographer, bullshit. Because, like, he started the shoot with a nifty 50, right? Little short 50 millimeter, worthless in sports photography. Then he probably shot up to like whatever the 200 to 600 mil. That did not look like an f2.8. It's probably an f3.8 or f3, whatever, f4. Why on earth would you go to a sport, like if you're a sports photographer and be like, yeah, I'll throw in my 200 to 600 f4 and my nifty 50 for when I want to do street photography afterwards. Because, yeah, the people in the magazines would be like, yeah, there's Joe Theismann and a dude eating a hot dog.
The incomparable Canon AE1.
Exactly, Fosco. I love my nifty 50. Everybody does. But you wouldn't be like, I'm taking this to the sport. Like when I go shoot downtown Gilbert, I'll bring my 85 if I want to shoot people across the street. I'll bring the 50 if I want to shoot people on the same side of the street as me. I'm not going to bring a fucking, like my 70 to 300 and my 50, because what?
I can't believe what? We won a family fantasy trip around the world from Coca-Cola. Come on.
Look for
Where's my fantasy family?
the Wish Upon a Star game cards at participating stores. Use the magic window to see if you've won the 25,000.
Hey, you know, not for nothing, Ryan. Street photography, you see a guy eating a hot dog, if it's compelling, you take that fucking picture.
Round the world trip, starting from Walt Disney.
I've got so many people waiting for food, leaving a place where they just ate food, in the act of eating food, catching me taking their picture as food enters their mouth. I mean, you try to be as sly as possible, but again, it's a 50 millimeter. Like, you got to be relatively close.
Walt Disney World, or one of thousands of other prizes.
Let's go to Tahiti and Sweden.
Daddy, can we go to Snow White, Liz?
We're on our way.
We're on our way.
We asked
I'm lying to
families
you.
at this campsite
Whoa,
to come
and
up with a
Funicello.
more nutritious lunch that's higher in protein than a Skippy peanut butter lunch. Well, gang, how about bologna? Good
You're technically a pro photographer? Why don't we ever talk about photography, Ryan?
try. But Skippy has more protein.
Hey, Annette, how about a hot dog?
Or maybe tuna salad. Nope. Ounce for ounce, both Skippy
Where's Frankie Avalon? Nope, no hot dogs, no tuna salad. Only peanut butter for me.
Creamy and Super Chunk have more protein and no cholesterol. You know, Skippy's nutritious. Well, I like it anyway. So serve Skippy more often. For good nutrition, it's hard to beat Skippy.
Yeah, Ryan, let's talk about gear. I'm a gearhead, you know.
Is the Energizer just another battery?
No! It shoots sharks!
Is the great white shark just another fish?
Oh.
The Energizer from Everready Technology. Of all leading brands, nothing outlasts nothing.
Whoa, Energizer's from Everready? Because Everready's batteries are dog shit.
Outperforms the Energizer. Everready made sure. Your game, flashlight, recorder, they'll tell you, energize me.
That's so funny too. Like there were so few things that ran on batteries. You could basically find them all in the back of the thing. It's like a radio. Like this, the radio, the flashlight, maybe a Game Boy or whatever. Because they weren't going to put, like, the stuff that went in the bedroom on there.
Long life.
Short wife.
Isn't that? Yes, it's Samsonite. Isn't that? Yes, it's Samsonite. Isn't that? Yes, it's Samsonite.
Want luggage that'll stand out as well as stand up? Samsonite makes it.
Yes, it's Samsonite.
I'm a guy who likes a bag, a satchel, something to hold any number of things, whether it be one strap or two. Samsonite. I was way off, but as the thing, I love that look, and I'm always like, when we go to thrift stores, I'm always still on the lookout for like someone who was alive in the 70s who had some Samsonite to die finally, and it ends up there, but it hardly ever happens. But like that commercial did not make me want anything by Samsonite. However, like if you look at Chrome's page, it'd be like, I'll take 3 messenger bags.
You never had.
Whoa, it's that 70s show with Kurt Kitchen.
Introducing new country-style cup of soup. 4 new soups, each with something extra, like country vegetables or big noodles.
Boy,
Thicker broth.
so creamy.
It would be fucking hilarious if like somebody from Campbell's was just like, dude, like this sort of music started playing, and just like a guy from Campbell's walks out, he like opens a can of soup and he pours it into a mug, and he's like, like that one guy does on all the memes.
Yeah.
He just goes, huh? You can literally eat our shit out of anything you want, dumbass. Like,
yep.
Even croutons.
Croutons. Oh, I mean, I never.
Like the tiniest mug ever. It's like 4 ounces.
Right, but because it's just powder. Like it's like because they had come in a mug. they had so like when you were staying home sick from school when I was a kid, you had the A and the B option of soup. You had the Campbell's chicken noodle in the can, which hopefully your parents had. But if that ran out, we always had the Lipton packets that did not have chicken in it. It was just dry noodles and soup mix that you'd put in there, and it'd just be like a really watery broth that would have a spirit of chicken within it and not very many noodles.
Yeah,
that's what this shit is.
I never had this, but I dated a guy when I was in college whose mom would always make egg drop soup, but it came out of a package like this, and she would just add like egg into the broth. It was however she did it, it was really good, but it came like the thing itself wasn't just a box.
Right, but egg drop soup is a very insubstantial. It's a clear liquid that you just sort of throw eggs in. I can see that.
Well, it had noodles and all this crazy shit. Yeah, I never had this powdered stuff.
For whatever reason, we went from like eating things that were real to being like, well, how much technology can allow us to like remove all the air and the water and the moisture and like get it into a pill form? For whatever reason, maybe it started in the 60s, but by the 70s it was in full swing. Everybody was like, we need to get to the future. Make things in pill form, dry them out, make them smaller.
Be astronauts all the time.
Package, God damn it.
My wife likes that nonsense. If I'm going to have slop soup, I prefer Progresso.
Seriously, like if you're not going to make it yourself, Progresso is probably the way to go. Because it's a bigger can and it's like real shit in there. Because let's be real, Campbell's, they're living on that name, basically.
I hate pain.
There's something very strong.
But I'll give this to Campbell's. They did get the original April O'Neil to serve soup to a cold child, so they get points for that.
Inside this medicine chest.
What is it?
A maximum strength pain
Why is there a medicine chest in this blank room?
reliever capsule. New maximum strength Anacin capsules.
Anacin.
They have more pain reliever than this regular strength product.
Get outta
Even
here.
more than this higher strength product.
Whatever that one was.
Maximum strength Anacin capsules have the maximum pain reliever you can buy without prescription.
Maximum strength Anacin capsules.
Why didn't the rest of the capsules fall out when you capsized that bottle? Are they glued?
I'll try them.
Maximum.
I'll try them.
Who are you talking to?
Strength Anacin, capsules or tablets.
Nuprin. Little. Yellow. Different.
As the world's largest jeweler, Zales has enough diamonds and gold to please many different women. Brilliant diamond rings.
I'm freaking
dramatic
out,
watches,
man.
Stunning diamond earrings, necklaces, pendants. As the world's largest jeweler, Zales can please many different women.
As long as you live in a black void.
That's the thing, man. These black voids of the 70s and 80s make me very unsettled.
This is like Animorphs. Only she just becomes a lady.
It's like a quarter vaporwave. Like, it's partially there. It's a little washed out. It's like desaturated vaporwave minus.
Within you.
Nuprin, more like pooprin.
I've never taken Nuprin, so I don't know if it would make you shit. I know Alestra did.
What the fudge is going on with this peyote fueled nightmare?
Right? That's every commercial. Here's the peppers back.
Perfect. It's like the Sesame Street set.
That's fucking Mickey Rooney.
Oh.
He was in a Dr. Pepper commercial, and I keep thinking he's Larry from Thieves Company, but I don't think he is. That's exactly the moment when he was like, you know what? I will star in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
Perfect.
I know I boycotted the second one, but the fifth one, I'm down. I guess in the 80s, Mickey
In a
Rooney
world
still
of
had
good
some pull.
economy cars, Mazda introduces a great one, announcing the all-new 1981 Mazda GLC.
God
now
damn.
with front-wheel drive.
Beautiful. Is front wheel drive like an appealing thing? I never liked it. I always wanted rear wheel drive. Don't ask me why.
The all-new Mazda GLC has 21%.
Can you imagine that? 35 city, 43 highway. So if you were a grounded, reasonable individual and you saw this commercial in whatever, this is 1981, like they said, you say, guess what? What do you think? Was it 35, 43? In the future, 40 years in the future, what do you think gas mileage will be like? Oh, well, Jesus Christ. 100, 150?
No.
I get 38.2.
I get 30.
Well, you drive an SUV.
30 street.
Mine's a car that meets these same specifics.
Oh, yeah.
We have gained literally nothing.
Yeah.
But we keep blowing smoke up each other's asses and go like, whoa, you know, it's a new model and things. I grew up thinking like, you know, by the time I'm ready to drive, technology will be at such a place where it'll be practically free.
I'll just get gas once and never again.
Like 35 miles to the gallon in the 80s. What'll it be like in the 2010s? The fucking same.
percent better mileage.
The more you look, the more you like.
See
Put
the
a
new
Chinese man
1981
breakfast
models at your
in
Greater
that's
Los
true.
Angeles Mazda dealer.
It was racism. It was fine.
Posing for Olympus, professional model Cheryl Teagues. 5 amateur photographers behind the Olympus OM10
On
for
a
the
playground.
first time. OM10, the 35mm automatic that leaves nothing to chance.
But like, look at the cavalcade of lenses. Not to bring this up, but like again, like you were seeing prime lenses, we're seeing zooms. They're all within the spitting distance of this woman. So are they just turning in photos at the end of the shoot where it's like headshot, body shot, nose shot? Like, what the fuck?
They're all different types of
Leaves you free
photographers.
to focus and shoot. And look, the actual pictures these 5 amateurs took.
Bullshit.
All 100 of them taken with the Olympus OM10.
Yeah, of course, we gave them 1,000 shots and we pulled the best 100. And this doesn't really look like 100 and no one's really going to count. It's more like 50.
Incredible.
Well, you can't take a bad picture, Cheryl.
Neither can you with Olympus OM10.
You literally can't, because here's the thing. Even though it winds the film for you after every shot and rewinds it at the end, like all those lenses are still manual, unless they're shooting it like F22. We're like, hey, idiot. Oh, they use the sunny F11 rule. They just go out on a sunny day, give these idiots some cameras, put it at F11, and be like, okay, good luck. Anyone can do that. Like, it's a point and shoot. It's like when people put those disposable cameras at weddings.
Yeah.
You give those to anybody. Oh, these amateurs. Bullshit. Bullshit. They told them, push this button, don't mess with this dial, don't mess with... They did fall off. But, I mean, not until recently, though. Olympus didn't fall off until, like, really recently, because they were right there with Panasonic with the Micro Four Thirds setup. Like, I've still got Olympus lenses that fit this camera that you're looking at me on that say Olympus. But, yeah, they did fall off. But, goddamn, Fujifilm's still there, so thank God for that.
Sony introduces the art of watching television. Sony Betamax lets you record and see what you want when you want. To summon in...
My mom had a Mamiya. I go, what? I was a photographer back in the day. I go, oh, we've never talked about it. She goes, yeah, here's my old camera. I go, what? It's not a Nikon, not a Minolta even, not a Canon. It's a Mamiya. I go, what the fuck? The lenses are fucking, like... machine screw. They're not like click on, like, you know how everybody has like a nice E mount, F mount, whatever. A Mamiya. Mamma Mia.
A Mamma Mia.
Into your home, a
terrible.
world of wonder.
Because imagine like being a photographer and your parent, one of your parents, be like, I was a photographer and I've got a bunch of lenses. And I go, woohoo! Since Nikon has kept the same mount forever, up until the Z mount, thanks for that, but they had no choice because they went to a mirrorless system. Useless. 40 turns. Nikon, click. Canon, click. Mamiya. Yeah.
And a remarkable feature called Beta Scan lets you scan forward and reverse to quickly find any single image. Betamax transforms the act of watching television into
wire.
the art of watching television.
Please tell me someone in the audience had a remote control car that was wired.
Do you have to just run with your car?
Yeah. I had a remote control car. It was one of those facsimiles of a 55 Chevy Bel Air or whatever. 3.5 feet of cable. Just had to walk with it. Couldn't go fast, but that's all I had.
Your show is about to begin.
Sony, the one and only.
Ryan
Forget
did.
it. I'm not
Thank
going
you.
through with it. It's only hair.
And here's the thing. The tragic irony, Sony is like the major player in cameras now, and I think Nikon are still buying their sensors from Sony. So it's like, I can't even be like Nikon because their sensors are Sony.
Hey, my hair's so touchable. Think hairsprays feel stiff and sticky? Bet Miss Breck will change your mind. The right one always changes your mind.
Miss Breck, pump or aerosol? It's better, right?
You just had a middle class
Now,
one.
12-ounce economy
The
size
wires
aerosol,
and
too.
Hell yeah.
Do you know why VHS won out over Betamax?
Same reason every physical media video did. Porn decided VHS over Betamax. It decided DVD over whatever the other thing was, and it decided Blu-ray over HD DVD.
Feel like you're on a date.
Follow the porn.
Yourself.
Damn perverts. And your porn.
Yeah, you freaking pervert.
When your husband says,
Just trying to watch a clamshell of The Lion King. There's porno everywhere because of the, the implications.
Only Certs has flavor crystals and retsin for great taste and fresh breath that lasts over an hour. So
It's so like it was so hard to be like sexually attractive in the 70s.
The first time I saw it,
Yeah, you could fit more porn on a VHS than a Betamax. That's why.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a little bit smaller, but that's the thing. Like whoever makes the medium the most money, like, it's like if Walmart says they'll carry your product, you get to live. If whoever is going to, and that's the thing, as physical media die away, obviously this went the way of the dodo, but like, whatever, Disney and everybody can sell, well, it was the DVDs, like porn sells more than anything anywhere, so.
Professional mascara. There's never been a mascara like this before. See how different the brush is? It's curved, like your lash line. Curved to color and curl perfectly. And the
I'm
rich
rock hard
fiber-free
now.
formula defines and lengthens my lashes.
With just a swipe and it's jizz time.
Gives me the look I want. Professional. All the way.
To give you the look CoverGirls demand.
These are the least professional eyelashes I've ever seen.
CoverGirl Professional
Where's your
Mascara.
CoverGirl, bitch? I hope somebody cuts into a bar of soap.
A Volkswagen Rabbit diesel.
I laddie, the best-selling diesel in Europe.
Why'd you buy yours?
Because I make 20 trips between Glasgow and Edinburgh every year. And you have to think of economy.
20 trips across Scotland. Even a rabbit must use a lot of fuel.
Aye. Last year I had to buy 2 full tankfuls.
Volkswagen does it again.
Right, but that's like living in Arizona. If someone, like there was a commercial, like someone living in Connecticut, it's like, oh, I've got to drive across the whole state of Connecticut. And I go,
90 miles.
Do you know what? Like, hello?
We went out of our way to make a dry dog food that's altogether different.
Why are you
get it.
screaming on the top of a mountain for this? I thought it was a Jeep commercial or something. It's a dog food commercial?
Variety dinner for dogs.
So dry on this mountain.
4 different.
Right, like how are you leading dogs to their death? Like what the? You ring a dinner bell and they all come and it's just dried out dog corpses in every direction.
Flavors. Beef, cheese, liver, chicken, in 4 unique shapes. We put them all together in one bag.
Why are you yelling?
You come and get it.
Yep, there they are. Kibbles and bits.
What an insensitive idiot. And he brought 1 bowl? There's like a bit, like here's the thing. And maybe this is just new age me talking, but I worked in a pet store for a while. You know, maybe several. And there were reps from every dog food explaining everything that they made to us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they said for dogs in this weight bracket, this food, this weight bracket, this species, they all had very specific things that must have, at least it gave off the impression that humans did some research and did these things because they were all at least different shapes. But this is like the least amount of work you could ever do. It's like, well, it's 4 different fun shapes like cereal for human children. You know how much dogs love gimmicks. And, you know, it fits everyone. All dogs, all breeds, 1 bowl.
Yep. That looks like kibbles and bits because my dog had that. My dog ate kibbles and bits, which looked like those.
Scented Play-Doh, yeah.
Basically.
Exactly right.
The taste that calls dogs to dinner.
Right, and it's all just like flour with like gravy on it.
Time for milk. Any time is the right time for milk.
Yeah. In both of these situations, that milk is hot and they're going to be experiencing like internal distress.
Oh, yeah. A glass of milk.
Milk?
Any time of day. Anytime.
Milk in it.
The right time. Yeah. Pour yourself.
Milk is a bad choice.
It's time that you had a ball. 'Cause anytime at all.
That was, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the guys from MASH. I want to say he was like one of the helicopter pilots.
It's the time for milk.
There he is.
Anytime at all. It's the time for milk.
I want to say he was like a helicopter pilot on MASH.
Ticket time, but first,
You may
milk.
not know it, but United can bring you low fares to more of this land than anyone. In fact, we're introducing more new fares than ever. We're not the only airline offering discounts.
JPW watched this ad right before leaving for the Steakhouse.
Day and night. No
Milk.
other airline could say that, because no other airline could do that. We don't think anyone should miss meetings like this.
Oh, these old people are so cute.
It's like, what an odd commercial. Like, again, it feels like we don't know how to advertise to one another. So she's just going to like stop me like,
check that out.
what are we doing?
Fly United to Chicago for as low
Chicago.
as $140 each
From
way
where?
when you fly a round trip.
Anywhere.
Now, here's something they can't say.
Who's they?
They is them, the people who don't make Polaroids one step.
Oh, them. What can't they say?
Which would be who? Like, here's the thing. Everybody knows Polaroid is an instant camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I were to say the Pleaser or the Pleaser 2, would you go, oh, yeah? No, you wouldn't? You'd say Polaroid? And because who else, right? Because Kodak tried to, do you remember? Like, Fujifilm tried today. So
today.
Who is he today? Who is he talking about when he goes, hey, Polaroid's the only, it is.
So they made this into a Lego set, and he wants it.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I have you probably can't see it now, but I took a glamour shot of one of my actual Polaroids. You can kind of see it. Hold on. Back there, I'm not going to move a whole bunch of stuff for it, but that's a camera I own. I took a nice picture of it and then framed it. But like that's the point. Is Polaroid is like Kleenex. Except nobody else made a Polaroid. Like if Kleenex was the only thing, like the only company who made facial tissue.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because like who would you can say Kodak, Fujifilm, like the major players there. But like Polaroid was Polaroid. It wasn't a Coke or Pepsi thing. It was like, well, it was Polaroid or like what the fuck else?
Well, they can't say they have a one-step of the world's fastest developing color film.
They don't have a one-step.
They don't exist.
They don't have Time Zero Supercolor either. You see your pictures in seconds, not minutes. And look at that color.
Beautiful. But why can't they put our film in their camera?
It only fits ours.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
How come pregnancy tests take 2 hours in this time, but I can get my picture in 30 seconds?
P.S. How can they still not put that button in an ergonomically comfortable position? Like that camera exists to this day in its real form. I've got a dozen over there and several more in storage. Why not? Like electronics are so easily movable. You have R&D on this product. Put the button where it should go.
Was it Kodak that scoffed at the digital camera when it was brought to them?
No. Worse, Fosco. Kodak invented the first digital camera. Their R&D department was like, hey, guess what? We've got a digital camera. And they killed it, essentially. They said all of our money is in film. And instead of diversifying and foreseeing the future, the inventors of the digital camera died a slow, agonizing death and were finally bought out to whoever owns them now. I don't know who, but they're like Polaroid. It's like whatever. You can say Taylor Swift owns Polaroid or whoever. Like that's the thing. They've now just become like icons that I don't think I don't attach any quality necessarily to the Polaroid name today. Because it's like, well, what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
It's been passed from hand to hand to hand. Now, it's not just a name, but, you know, back in the day it was something.
Mrs. Reed, aren't you taking a risk using that AIM instead of...
Yeah, everybody has a Polaroid.
I know kids like AIM, and AIM's got fluoride, but I want a toothpaste with proof it works.
Look, AIM is clinically proven to reduce cavities, but
putting proven in a box doesn't necessarily prove anything. It's just words. I need hard facts.
There's our best proof. They like the taste so much, we think they may be brushing
Yum,
longer.
fluoride.
We know they're getting great checkups.
Great checkups?
No toothpaste fights cavities better than AIM.
They're both getting a lot of diarrhea. I suspect they're eating more of the toothpaste than they should, but it's a small price to pay for clean teeth.
Going to be a switch at our house to AIM.
Take aim against Polaroid cavities. Pics have red eyes. I was also stoned 3 fifths of the time.
It's juice.
I mean, that's another thing that... Fosco, let's talk about photography for a second.
Hi, Matt. Also, before
What's up,
David
Matt?
goes on a tangent.
Yeah. When we didn't know better, we would try and make everything easy for the consumer, for the pleb, for the non-photographer. That's why Minolta had talking cameras and Polaroid had talking cameras, and they all had automatic winders and focusers, and they're trying desperately to bring an art form that requires subtlety and depth and, you know, conceptual awareness of spatial concepts and stuff, and be like, hey, now anybody can do it. And you just can't. Like, that's the thing. So one of those things as a byproduct was the red eye reduction. And that's where I'm at. Shut up, Krista. So you would have that red eye reduction where it would be like 9 flashes. It would go bump, 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 and it would go pop, and it would pop in between one of those flashes at the end when the fill from the flash was bouncing all over the room. But that's a fucking feature for idiots. If you can't... That's the thing. It's too dark. Film does things that are a problem. You have to be aware, and if, you know, that's the thing. I don't know what to do about it. You know what I mean?
Melissa says, I'm a snap and go type chick.
That's fine. And that's why these things exist. But I don't know what the state of that is anymore, because it's now like a coffee holder for your typewriter. Coffee still exists. People still enjoy coffee, but they're not sitting near typewriters anymore. And all the features that like people spent time and money on, like red eye reduction, automatic winding, and focus and all that shit, is now one of the 1 million things that is just done by your phone. So we've thrown away our calculators and our cameras and our this, that, and the other.
Phones have better auto settings than cameras.
Right. And I guess because you have to, because when you put a camera in a hand, even the automatic should be like, we'll try, but why the fuck? Why did you buy $2,000 worth of metal if you are going to put this thing in automatic, Bosco? I buy and would expect phone settings to be pristine because it's morons behind the lens, by and large. I mean, there are some experts out there, but that's it. But there's no red eye reduction on your phone anymore because it's just a control of the ISO, and those sensors so small. It's just amazing to me.
Let's talk about cars.
It's the Burger King chicken sandwich. White meat chicken. It's specialty sandwich size, not hamburger size. It's the #1 chicken sandwich in America.
Filet of white meat chicken cooked up crisp.
Did they have any other longer specialty sandwiches? I mean, I used to eat, a country mile of these chicken sandwiches back in the day. I don't remember seeing anything long that wasn't this chicken sandwich.
It wasn't like there was no burger.
No.
It was just chicken.
It's this, and it would be this, the Italian, and like whatever. They'd roll out the 3 specialties every once in a while, like McDonald's would roll out their McRib.
Make this chicken right.
It's crisp. It's hot.
It's juicy. It's the #1 chicken sandwich in
It's
America.
not a burger.
Make it special. Chicken is Burger King.
God bless them. At least they're trying. Every once in a while, they'll roll out a hot dog. And back in the day, I kept trying them. And I'd go, you didn't do it yet, but
their chicken fries were pretty good when those came out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes you will, like back when I was eating fast food, those what the fuck? I don't even remember what they were called. The chicken things at McDonald's. Like they weren't nuggets. It was like their popcorn chicken, but they called them something.
Yeah.
They were amazing. I didn't care about what I was doing to my body. I just cared about how much of that chicken I could get inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I fell in love with it, and it lasted for, all too short. And then one day I was just like, yeah, you know what? You guys like it. We're done. I think we're done. And they turned it into like a McRib, and I thought maybe it'll come back. And by that, I lost interest.
We're doing a lot to save gasoline, and it's working. Sharing a ride or using public transportation once in a while can help us save even more. So keep it up, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mac and Cheetos, yes. Those because they sell them still they spawned a million ripoffs of that sort of thing. Like those triangles of mac
Doritos.
and cheese. Yeah, Doritos did it too. Rollerblades. Not roller skates.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, sure, car companies are still delivering you a curb weight of between 10 and 12,000 pounds of metal with a V6, and they're 7 miles to the gallon. I mean, look. If you started pouring out a gallon of water, right, and you started running, do you think it would last 7 miles? No. Be happy that you're getting 7 miles to the gallon. Just drive a little less. Let's put it on you, the consumer, buying our product. Please keep buying it, but maybe share. What the fuck?
There's a lot of things this man could be. There's only one thing stopping him. A job.
Eat it.
That's where the National Alliance of Business comes in. There's a new program
That's Michael Winslow.
run by private local business and backed by the government that can provide you with a whole
sound
new
effects
labor
with his
pool.
mouth.
Help pay to train them or save you money on your taxes. And all you have to give is a job to someone who's hungry to work but who's never been given the chance. Call your local National Alliance of Business or toll free.
What?
Work America. It makes good business sense.
What?
See, if you give people a job, they'll
Do
work, and it'll America.
Request? I'll have a beer.
Brr.
B-U-L-L. The name of your secret organization, of course.
Get smart. The Schlitz Malt Liquor Bowl. It's got more taste than beer, more quality ingredients than premium beer.
Malt does not ever read as quality to me because I've heard the term malt three different ways, essentially. Malted milk balls, which I found disgusting. Malts at shake shops, which I also found disgusting because I don't like malted milk. And malt liquor, which, despite every commercial proclaiming it to be a premium beverage meant for the upper echelon, I saw a lot of people buying it at 7:30 in the morning, which led me to believe that it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
You know, like going from that Circle K directly into a crystal decanter.
Yes.
Bull does have more taste than beer.
By taste, I mean alcohol.
14 of my crack agents breaking through that wall. Would you believe one wild bull? Don't
It's hard for a secret agent to get fucked up on 5%, so I'm doing it with 9.
say beer, say bull. The Schlitz malt liquor bull.
6 Schlitzes.
Everything packed?
What are Schlitz? Ah, fuck it. Whatever's free.
We're gonna need it.
I'm going to use it to murder you. You guys know cruise crime? You put Visine in someone's drink, it'll kill them. Don't do it. It's not a joke. It will give them diarrhea. It'll kill them.
Yep.
It's for your eyes. It's not a joke. Don't put it in people's drinks.
Ready for
God damn it, people.
Remember your eyes. Remember how the
But
sun
nowadays they have a nasal spray for your eyes.
and pollen can make your
I need an earplug for my eyes.
eyes burn, itch, and get red. And remember how Visine soothes, cools, and how
For
Visine
dry,
has
red
to
eyes.
get the red out,
Bosco?
too. It's recommended by many eye doctors. Remember Visine.
Gets the
Visine
red out.
gets the red out.
Ding.
And then Ben Stein came along and taught us how to wet
Clear
our eyes all over again.
It's awesome.
What can you do with anchor hocking?
The
Why,
fuck?
you can store it, pour it, fill it, chill it, make it, bake it,
Break it.
mug it, chug it, save it, microwave it, pie it. Come on, try it.
Like, what, are you just buying glass?
Various
Diarrhea
glassware.
is hereditary, really? Huh. You pass it down? Oh, it runs in your genes. You goddamn. It runs in your genes. I've heard that joke before.
Dear Jane
Keep your jeans in your jeans, and also your diarrhea.
Olestra gave me hereditary diarrhea.
Is there an 18-hour bra pretty enough for a bride?
The answer is yes. Introducing the new 18-hour lovely
What the
look
fuck
for
is this?
ladies.
A bra?
For we full-figured gals who love pretty things.
Wait for a hawk to
Delicate
land
sheer
on her arm.
accents, cut lower with a rounder, more feminine look. Plus 18-hour fabric that stretches for real
18-hour.
comfort, real support. Try the new Playtex 18-hour lovely look bras. Pretty enough for a bride.
She is a plus-size person. A self-described plus-size person.
What?
That's a
Why?
plus-size bra. This person is selling this bra because it's for big girls like her. This is a big girl in the 70s.
Wow.
She wouldn't even grace the window of, what is that, Torrid?
Torrid, yeah.
Yeah. She, no, too skinny. Get out.
She's like my size. Or I'm like her size.
Yeah, well, straighten up, fatty. You're not 70s skinny. You're 70s big bone.
Yeah, my mom
Disgusting.
We made those in Heinz cookies.
Is there really a big difference? I gave you that.
Yeah, the 19th hour is a self-destruct.
It might. I don't know. I've never heard of an 18-hour bra.
Homemade taste. You'll see.
Dookies.
Made.
I mean, I wouldn't want to wear a bra willingly for 18 hours, I'll tell you that.
I mean, most things, if you keep them up for 18 hours, you're in, like, a dire situation, like trapped under a boulder in a submarine or something.
Partners.
Duncan Hines Cookie Mix. Better
Camping,
taste
maybe?
makes the difference.
Don't hide it. Flash 'em your copper tone tan.
Show them your butt.
Flash 'em the fast tan. Flash 'em a copper tone tan.
This summer,
But
flash
they're
a
all
really
behind
wild
you.
tan with new Coppertone tropical oil and lotion.
Flash 'em the dark tan. Flash 'em the fast tan. Flash 'em a copper tone.
Questionable material.
Flash 'em a copper tone tan.
Soak in that sun and get cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
Gene latte after bath.
Not this one again. God
Number
damn.
3.
Who is editing this? Someone is really into this commercial. I get this part probably.
Yeah.
But where's the water from the shower? Again, people? Come on. What's happening here?
Tape degradation really did number on the colors.
Right? That number one, and number two, like, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, it just feels so weird to see things that I would do if I were shooting, like, a video for YouTube. Shit I would do because I have no money, but I have a phone and some lav mics. And, like, the shit that I would do because I have no money and lav mics and just want to make a video is what they're doing professionally in the 70s. It's fucking crazy.
There's nothing you can't do. Even on the hottest summer day. Jean Latte, what a splash.
Hilarious.
I'd like you to meet my husband.
He's a burger.
He's talented, loving, and decaffeinated. I decaffeinated
And
him,
decapitated.
but I
I
couldn't have
murdered
done
him.
it without this. High Point decaffeinated coffee. Frankly, I didn't think we needed all that caffeine.
Absolutely.
Now he just takes speed to get through his days as a trucker.
Right.
But I held out for flavor.
Right. High Point sure.
I kept saying, honey, where's the flavor in this decaf? P.S. Like, whatever, all these Folger crystals or whatever, all this instant coffee. It's the ghost of coffee. It's bullshit.
Has flavor.
Googling diarrhea.
It's a hearty flavor. The way coffee was meant to taste. Just take a look at this.
Ooh, like a cowboy.
Those flakes mean flavor.
Oh, man, look at all those flavor flakes.
Pink ones.
Look at that big old flavor chunk right there. Just flavor coming through every one of those. Just flavor blast.
Better check the images, Melissa.
That's where it belongs.
High Point
Yeah,
Instant
hereditary
starts with
diarrhea.
premium
Look that up.
decaffeinated beans, and in a patented extra step, mills some of the coffee into flakes, glistening with flavor.
Blech.
Flakes that mean hearty, robust flavor in your cup.
You know, making coffee this good takes talent.
It's like a delicious coffee giant scratched his dandruff in my cup.
Thanks.
And I
What
hate
you're
you,
doing
wife, for
takes
making me not drink caffeinated
imagination.
coffee.
Let the hearty flavor of High Point decaffeinate the ones you
Like,
love.
dude's a pot maker eating lame sandwiches. You can't give him fucking caffeine?
Can I have your autograph? Kathy? Hi.
Why didn't you tell me
Beautiful
about new
acting,
improved
you
Stay Free
mean.
Maxi Pads? I haven't had a chance. They're brand new.
Holy hell! Was it your purse?
Well, they're still your favorite full-size
Can you stop waving these around? We're at a meeting.
protection, aren't they? But now they have two adhesive strips placed far apart. So they...
I have to carry a brand new box everywhere I go.
When the adhesive strips were close together, I would have problems with leakage. No, they're far apart, the adhesive strips. Take this giant, hilarious, novelty-sized maxi pad.
So they
It's the
stay
size
extra
of my
secure,
mattress.
extra comfortable.
Seriously, like, she's like, oh, whoa, is this one of those purple mattresses? No, this is my maxi pad.
Better, sure.
She is wearing a wig. That looks like a fucking wig. Oh,
New
shit.
improved Stay Free Maxi Pads. They stay extra secure,
Just
extra comfortable.
exclamation
The Stay
points.
Free Kathy.
Seriously.
Can I have your autograph too?
I thought she was holding up one of the pads. Jesus.
Spritzer! That package you sent down for Turkey last night didn't get there. Spritzer!
Next time, send it Federal Express. I mean to tell you, if I don't have that package here by tomorrow, I'm out of business.
My wife is all out of giant maxi pads.
Next time,
Dingbats?
send it Federal Express.
Like how close to liquidity were you? You're on the phone. If I don't get a single package, can I have your autograph? Whoa, hey, yeah. Imagine walking up to like a keynote speaker. Like one time, Krista and I went to a talk at the Phoenix Zoo that was put on by the Museum of Natural History about dinosaurs and basically how they fucked each other because it was Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I went up to like Gavin, who is like at least an acquaintance, if not a friend. If I walked up to him and I like whipped out like a giant novelty box of condoms, I was like, "Hey, bro, you thinking about getting laid? What about this poster board sized doll?" And like, you know, people are like quietly old people, like people who are like dinosaurs, young, old, filing out of the room, and as I'm like, "Whoa, for your Magnum doll."
Next time, send it Federal Express. When it absolutely positively has to be
there
there overnight.
yeah. FedEx.
We were a split family.
I insisted we brush with a fluoride paste to fight cavities.
But we also needed a gel for fresh breath.
Then Mom got Aquafresh.
Double protection Aquafresh.
No, we hated her.
But your house just ripped. Like, when did you get the paste?
Yeah.
All the
Did you tape it back together with the toothpaste?
And all the breath freshener of the leading gel. Concentrated in one toothpaste.
Aquafresh brought our family together.
Now we fight cavities and freshen breath.
With Aqua.
Imagine how frail our familial relationships are if we're able to be torn apart, literally ripped asunder by the flavor of toothpaste and its purported qualities.
Fresh. Double protection Aquafresh. You can't buy better protection.
Thought it was so cool.
It's not the same reunion without you, Hank. Please, no.
That was the coolest toothpaste. I only ever gave a shit about toothpaste when I got to choose. I always went cinnamon. Back in the 90s, we had those, since everything had mascots, I want to say it was between 1 and 3 toothpaste mascots that were sparkling because they put glitter and shit in your toothpaste back in the 90s. And we had peppermint, wintergreen, all the different mints. And then there was that red cinnamon. And I was like, get the fucking cinnamon one because I'm not one of you fucking brainwashed mint asswipes. I'm a free-thinking, pineapple on his pizza-loving, red-blooded American. Give me some red cinnamon toothpaste. Scott.
Crest had a god-awful orange-flavored toothpaste in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I avoided that. Early 2000s were bad on flavors. Early 2000s gave us weird toothpaste and ketchups in anything from purple to yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Don't talk to me about the early 2000s. They were bad.
Matt
Shut
says,
up, Maxwell. Stop it.
When it absolutely, positively, definitely, without question, nuh-uh, no way, has to be there overnight or the next day after that. Pizza ranch. I fucking love ranch with pizza. David doesn't like ranch.
I like ranch. Here's the thing. Like, dipping your pizza in ranch or garlic butter or any of that just feels like senseless hedonism to me. Like, pizza is already such a beautiful creation. Like, imagine looking at your child for the first time and being like, if only they had a clown nose, or if only they were wearing a tuxedo t-shirt. You're not going to make it better. You're just making it a little goofier and or fatter.
People are simply more sensitive.
Ryan loves pineapple.
Thank God.
Extra gentle shampoo.
If you don't like pineapple, you're not a human being. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's one of those things where, like, you just can't. Like, I understand why people don't like spicy things. I understand why people don't like all these different flavors, right? But pineapple is one of those things where you just have it and you go, whoa, there's nothing about this that isn't, like, nice.
Right.
And extra protection finishing.
On your fucking pizzas and thank me later.
Exclusively formulated for sensitive hair that's naturally
Sassoon.
dry or damaged by
Ow!
bleaching,
Mama's family hair.
Sensitive hair looks healthy, feels strong, glows. If you're sensitive,
Walk out of that black void into a disco and start thrusting and shit.
Matt says, I had a frozen pizza the other day, but I added basil, peppers, and chili, all grown from my garden. Bloody perfect.
Right, and that's part of the problem, I guess. Because I do that too. Whenever we have frozen something, it's never going to just get thrown into an oven or a microwave and I'll slop it down in front of my family and be like, bon appetit, because, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, your job as a human, I guess, is to just like, I would rather make something from scratch, but if it is pre-made, you're going to zhuzh it up. You're going to put whatever's on there. You're going to put a real version on there. Like, you're going to make a frozen pizza. You throw your own real mozzarella and maybe a little extra sauce and some minced garlic, a little fresh basil after, before. It depends on if you want to cook it or not. It's up to you. Moral of the story is you can turn any shit into something good because you're just basically putting a nice layer of good over the shit. And the good thing about shit is it's flavorless. Shit pizza is just flavorless. It's
Yeah.
bad because it doesn't taste like anything. The
Right.
sauce is red, the cheese is white. It tastes like nothing. So it's not hard to take a frozen meal of any kind and make it like palatable if you know how to, work a spice. Say Samantha for me.
Extra strength pain relievers for headache relief. You should know this. A new medical study shows the amount of pain reliever in extra strength Tylenol is no more effective for headaches than Bayer aspirin. The fact is, there is no medical study proving that any pain reliever you can buy gives more headache relief than Bayer. Not Anacin.
There's no medical study, guys.
Nothing. Why pay for extra medicine?
But I think this is probably a lie of omission because there's probably no study proving literally anything about anything. Because how would you say which one gave you more long-lasting headache relief? You say, we're going to give you 3 of the same headache.
Yeah.
Headaches, nothing gives you
Those
more
frozen
relief
pizza companies
than
go out
Bayer.
of their way to make their cheese flavorless.
And it's like, how? How do you make a sauce that's red that tastes like just thick water? Like, where did the red come from? How is it thicker than water? Where's the...
When you go for a fling on the flume, is he sitting far downstream?
He's giving you a flea jay.
When you book a cozy little table for 2, do you find something has come between you?
We'll take your whitest table, please. Yeah.
Only Certs has flavor crystals and Retz.
You would have to, like, ask for a bad breath table. Like, choosing your seat in a log flume ride, I get. Like, but... Or you'd be like, like the lady gives the waiter an extra $5 to be like, give me the whitest table you got. You get lost in the sauce.
Retsin for great taste and fresh breath that lasts over an hour.
Sauce.
When you want a smooch, does she call the pooch?
Does she set you on the widest bench in the fucking world?
Mom, to err is human, right? Right. I just aired on my best shirt bike grease.
I thought he was going to say, I just air it on my bed sheets all night long.
Greasy, oily dirt, the worst.
You're a disgusting grandchild. I hate you.
Never get that out.
Sure I will. I'll give it my all. Concentrated All gets my whole wash clean because it gets out greasy, oily dirt better. Look, all used regularly out-cleans this other brand.
Hey, a $5 went a lot longer in the 70s, if you know what I mean.
Well, I was wrong. All cleaned it. That's okay. To err is human.
And to be an old bitch is you.
Mom.
It all gets out the worst dirt better so your whole wash is clean.
Give it your all.
And tell your fucking mother-in-law to hit the bricks.
We drink Dr. Pepper, don't you know?
It's the original taste that we love so.
Was Dr. Pepper like the original Geico?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Geico had 9 campaigns going at once. And Dr. Pepper, it feels like it's the same campaign, but like they're using every piece of the Universal Studios backlot in every commercial. Like, fucking King Kong is going to be in the next one. And like, and the Bates Motels will be in the background.
Hey everyone, my name's Dave, and this is a Fistful of Saucecast, back for another great week.
Saucy.
The more you'll sing. I'm a pepper. Would you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper, drink.
I mean, not for nothing, but like, I felt a little cooked, right? Because she drank it, and you go, whoa, that's a spontaneous bit of gymnastics, but why? She handed off to Dr. Pepper, and why did he take it so readily? Did he know? This doesn't feel like reality television to me.
Ginate after
Oh my God!
Jesus,
This is how we take out bites of this. Each bite gets progressively smaller when Gina Tay and this bitch is splashing stuff all over in the dry ass shower. Just letting all of it fall through her fingers and splash. Like, what the?
Gina Tay is just actually water with some, like, fragrance.
Let's just pour it on your head. Like,
no.
ooh la la. What commercial was that? Na 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 na. Ooh la la. What is that, guys? Tresemme?
Tresemme.
Thank you.
Generation having a doggone
The next ad will be Dr. Pepper scented Gina Tay.
Just splashing it all over her face. My Pepsi! Enough time has passed where all these dogs are now dead. But the Pepsi spirit lives on. Ooh la la. That felt fake.
Gentlemen, don't dawdle.
Doesn't this feel like non-magical Hogwarts?
I was literally thinking, oh, it's Hogwarts with those tables.
It's Larry Slaughter.
Jenkins, I am not amused. Promising you a great day. A good breakfast house builds a strong mind.
It's not far away. Kellogg's will help you say it's gonna be a great day.
Thanks to the sexual urge curbing abilities of Kellogg's. I mean, because that's why he made it. He made Kellogg's made his cereal to curb sexual appetites. So it's funny to see this old guy feeding it to all these kids and then be like, yep, mine too. Because if I didn't, because it's the 70s and, ad companies think children are sexy for some reason in the 70s. Way.
It's bad enough to be
just bricks and wood
an orphan, but then have cornflakes for breakfast.
It's better than gruel.
Reminds me of when the kids were young. I'd never leave this place. But when I needed money for Brian's med school, I borrowed on it. I got a home equity loan from the people at CIT.
I got a reverse mortgage.
I knew I could trust them. Well, they understand how I feel about this place. Hi, Dad. My son.
That's my son. Hello,
Making a
son.
commercial.
Doctor.
CIT. Over 70 years of financial service. People put their trust in us.
Want
And
some
they almost
cucumber
hug
dressing?
over it.
Now this is some cucumber dressing. Kraft Original Creamy Cucumber Dressing.
Check out
It's
this
got real
cucumber.
cucumber and real sour cream.
Howard, our steaks are on fire.
Everyone's getting all
Fire department
fired up
got there
about
fast.
this just right cucumber taste.
Howard, please pay attention to your own family and leave the neighbors alone. God damn it, Howard.
Enough.
But there's more. Cracked cucumber and green pepper and cucumber and celery.
Where was he pulling those out of, do you think? He came through the bushes. So, yeah, I would love for my neighbor to just walk through my hedge, drop to his knees, and pull out two crotch-warmed... Who's making this? Hidden Valley? What's going on?
Talk about news.
Talk about taste.
Kraft Cucumber Dressings. Talk about
crotch.
A taste.
Will you ever forget your first time on stage? Mom said my entrance was dazzling, but when my knee stopped knocking, I enjoyed it.
I don't remember my first time. I remember a lot of them, but not the first.
I remember my
Backstage,
first
the main
time,
attraction
but I was also
Kool-Aid.
like 12.
What better
so-
way to celebrate, then or now? Compare it to soda. Including my sugar, Kool-Aid unsweetened's about 1/3 the price, has vitamin C, plus a fruity taste that's a real show.
So she didn't even care. She's like, including my sugar, it's still cheaper. Like, hey, if there was much sugar and you want there, poison your kids and let their teeth rot out of their fucking skull. It's cheaper than soda.
Stopper.
You loved it as a kid. You trust it as a mother. Kool-Aid brand unsweetened soft drink mix.
You trust it.
Want to see a little Jell-O pudding magic?
No!
I'll make a plain cake a super duper.
She throws her hand down on the cutting board, right? And she goes, ah! Her thumb flies off, and there's blood squirting everywhere. She goes, ah! This is horribly wrong.
Cake. So close your eyes and say, stripe it rich. Stripe it rich. Ta-da! Wow, how did you do that? It's easy.
It's fake.
I poked holes in
It's easy when you make it earlier and then hold a empty box in front of your stupid children who don't realize one of your hands is obviously obscured behind your back. Voila!
the cake, then mix 2 boxes of Jell-O instant butter
Jell-O
with milk
pudding.
and powdered sugar. See it.
Hey, you kids want some Jell-O?
Frosting
No!
starts like magic.
Chocolatey.
Chocolatey magic.
Want to see it disappear? Yeah.
How? Yeah, back in the 70s, simply sticking the back of a wooden spoon into a cake was fucking magic. But you know, it's like the MCU taught us. Any technology sufficiently advanced as like magic. So maybe people in the 70s just never thought about using the back of a spoon.
Make your own Jello pudding magic and stripe it rich.
Come on, no new pre-wash out clean.
Anybody got time for that?
This one.
Try it. See if new
Just raise him
Clorox
in the
pre-wash
face.
beats the leading Trigger pre-wash on tough grease stains.
Trigger what?
I'll circle them
P.S. Who's lactating this greasy substance all over their dress shirt?
with ballpoint pen. Their Trigger pre-wash.
Here's the nipple 1 and there's the nipple 2 with the pen.
Here, new Clorox pre-wash here, then wash. Out there's
There.
worth.
Nipple
Spot's
runoff.
still there. The Clorox pre-wash
Breastfeeding.
even worked
That's
on
what
that
happens.
ink circle.
Convinced?
No more lactating for this man.
You bet.
New Clorox pre-wash cleans circles around the leading Trigger pre-wash.
I'm convinced.
It only works as long as you use a ballpoint pen around every stain.
Yep.
Because it uses magic, like the back of a spoon.
Then you can erase it later with the pen.
Citation, excitation, yeah.
Driving fun with front-wheel drive.
Citation, transportation, yeah.
Citation
Nova?
seats not 4, but 5.
Citation, innovation.
The Renault.
A special hidden storage place.
Citation, recreation, yeah.
And wagon-like cargo space.
Wagon-like.
And now special factory incentives to dealers make
Citation.
it possible for them to pass on savings up to hundreds of dollars.
Citation.
I'm not familiar with the Chevy Citation. The Corvair. The Chevette? The Citation.
Hurry, now through July 18th.
I got a Citation once,
Do
not
you
a
know
car
how many
though.
of the leading brands of salad and cooking oil are made from corn? Exactly 1. Mazola corn oil.
Mazola.
This is the source of Mazola, a source that's rich in natural food value.
And until we know otherwise, it's good for you, so keep eating it.
Never
Because
stop.
it's corn oil, Mazola is low in saturated fats, with no cholesterol. Because it's Mazola corn oil, no leading oil tastes lighter. And because it's Mazola, it's not made from soybeans or
The
sunflowers.
Citation, now with more room for bodies.
And since it's Mazola, it's not made... No, since it's corn oil. Like, you can't sell corn oil and be like, yeah, with soy in it.
It's Joe Biden.
It's Joe Biden's corn oil?
Because Mazola is the only leading brand made from the
Bidenzola.
goodness of corn.
You can put it in your gas tank. You can eat it. You can brush your teeth with it. You can feed a hog. Corn.
When Mrs. McKinley brought home new improved Tang instant breakfast drink, orange juice got squeezed out because the little McKinleys prefer new Tang. In fact, in a taste test, kids picked new improved Tang over the leading brand
Where's
of
the
orange
monkey?
juice. And Tang still has a full day.
The monkey would not show his face for another 30 years.
No.
The orangutan probably isn't even born yet.
Probably
A
not.
supply of vitamin C in every glass.
Where's the Tang?
Where's the GD Tang?
You saved some.
It wasn't easy.
Kids agree. New improved Tang tastes so terrific it squeezes out the leading orange juice.
Goddamn. Like, growing up with cheap parents, that's one of those things. If you know the pain of concentrated orange juice in a cardboard toilet paper tube, I'm there with you, and I'm sorry. It's, you know.
I like rubbery dolphins and flubbery
Tang
whales,
pie?
big floppy flippers and sharp.
I've never had Tang pie. I know of it. I've heard of it. I've also heard of the vinegar pie, the Frito pie, every sort of pie you can think of.
I know
I've heard
Frito
of it.
pie.
Well, I mean, like, there's a million different things you call pie that shouldn't be pie because it's made of things that aren't. It's where it fits in. Tang pie is one of those things. That's whatever. It's the same. The 60s and 70s also gave us these weird. I don't know if people thought they were good ideas or if it was just, you know, people will be stupid enough to try it as like a fun goof. But like when Dick Clark was like, microwave your Dr. Pepper and have it warm in the winter. And we go, okay. And I go, here's Tang. It's basically orange sugar. Make a pie out of it. And you go, well, sure. I'm sure it does. But like, that's what you're going to get if you're just going to put orange flavoring, sugar, and milk together in a graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing. We'll whip sugar into like a fluffy this or that. But like, you know, you would turn down eating a cup of white sugar. But if it was whipped up into an orange fluffy pile of diarrhea, hereditary diarrhea, you would scarf that shit down faster than you thought possible.
Frito pie breakfast of criminals.
Totally. Because they make them in those single serve, they'll pop them, pour all their stuff in there, roll them up, put it in like a hot corner of the cell. Mystery walruses? I did like SeaWorld in the 80s, back before we knew that abusing animals was like bad, because they would do so many fun things, and as long as you didn't realize that it was horrifying for them, it's totally fine.
With Camay, this is my complexion.
Wolf! Stag! You can put a fork in it and they'll stand up. Wolf chili. P.S. Don't eat chili out of a can. I mean, if you have to, like if you're stuck in a cave and it's all you've got, fine, but...
Beautiful. At every age.
So this is that Tang pie The Rock was always going on about.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, that's that Tang pie.
Camay's rich cleansing lather is different. Camay has more lather than
I just found out what a Fifi was in prison.
Oh, you just found that out? Congratulations. I mean, within reason. Krista doesn't know, obviously, so I'm not going to explain it to her now.
Camay 37. Well, 43 is beautiful.
Camay for your most beautiful complexion at every age.
Betty, this is the best strawberry jam.
Of course, I made it with the best plump, juicy strawberries.
Oh, you sure are picky.
For Betty's breakfast, I'd pick only the best.
I like some Raisin Bran.
Some Raisin Bran?
No, I don't make that. Ah! I mean, here's the thing. Not to whatever, like, because you could back in the day, but like you could do things that you thought were healthy, but actually weren't. But that, it still felt like you was love. My grandmother, did everything that. Nothing she bought was like produced by a company. Like she made her own like flatware. She threw her own pottery. She made her own clothes and jewelry. Yada, yada, yada. Why did I start telling this? Oh, yeah. Because of the jam. Just go up to Squim and bring back just bushels of raspberries and blackberries and apricots and whatever and sort of pass that down. But it is weird that like all of that, maybe that was sort of a thing of the 90s too, or the 70s to the 90s, was like that mix of old world. It was like your grandmother would still do everything sort of old style and old world and be super long about it and make you jam or however the old way. But then be like, here's some peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Right. Yeah.
Times it's almost like, which you wouldn't see, like walking over from your typewriter, finishing like your book, only over to send out an email to somebody on your computer and then be like, all right, done with both of these equally valuable technologies. And you go, like, aren't you going to be one of those old people like back in my day sort of bullshit?
Bran, I'd pick only the best.
Did she make herself
I
a
thought
pot
the other one was
husband?
better. Wrong.
Pot
Of the leading
husband,
Raisin
indeed.
Brands, Post tastes best.
Yeah, my grandfather definitely, I mean, he looked like a terracotta pot. He looked more like a terracotta Buddha.
And we'll find one with more plump, fresh-tasting raisins.
Post Raisin Bran does taste best.
When you're picky.
This knocks your shitty jams dick in the dirt.
Yeah, your homemade shit.
Post kicks your ass, Betty.
About
Should
Raisin
change this name to the Post in.
Bran, you pick the best. Post.
Believe it or not, if 9 out of 10 of these homes burn down, there's no guarantee they'll be totally rebuilt. Because rebuilding costs are rising so fast, even inflation protection may not cover a home fully. But now, Allstate's got the brand new home replacement guarantee. Get it and get your home built back just
like, was arson a problem in the early 80s? Like, I know that the 60s and 70s was like the golden age of serial killers, but was the early 80s like the firebug decade?
Maybe.
I don't recall that.
like it was, even if rebuilding costs more than you're covered for. Ask your Allstate agent about the new home replacement guarantee.
Then burn that fucking shit to the ground.
For ideas that make good sense today, you're in good hands.
P.S. We never found out what this was for. What's this circle for? You think he would like, this is for the commercial, and he's like, hey, pilot, check this lady out. That's a nude sunbather. I fucking guarantee. Why else is this circle here? He's not flying. The cameraman's in the back seat. Dude flying the copters right here. He goes, okay, Cameron, here's the 10 houses that burned down. This is the one that got rebuilt. P.S. Check out the cans on this one.
Hands with Allstate.
She's going to be in good hands. Touchdown.
I may be pretty easygoing about a lot of
I may be
things.
pretty.
But one thing I don't take lightly is medicine. I feel very
Do you
responsible for
remember
the
the
medication I
Unsolved
give
Mysteries
my family.
episode where the family
That's why
found a
I give my
VHS tape
family
on the side of
Tylenol.
the road, and the tape was of an arsonist bragging about his fire?
No. It doesn't surprise me. I saw a shit ton of Unsolved Mysteries. And that does put me in mind of that. And you've probably seen it too if you're into true crime like that. I can't remember the case, but you've seen it a billion times where it's like, I said it, I do it. Like that guy who's like whispering to the, as he's recording his thing, I said I do it. Like, what kind of, like, weak shit. Like, it's your own video. It's just you. There's no one else around. But, like, why the whisper yell? I got you, bitch. Burn your house down. What? Nothing?
Hospital with my first child. They gave me Tylenol to use.
That's it.
And
I
it
guess
really
that
worked.
happened.
Turns out that Tylenol is the pain reliever hospitals use most. That's why I feel so confident using Tylenol at home. I know that if someone in my family comes home with a headache,
I said I do it. And like, so what do we? That's the thing too. Like, back in the day, like that's how BTK got caught. But like, if the guy doing those house fires, like he had to leave an SD card or whatever, like something that. Because everything now, like every picture, every video is like geotagged and like time stamped and date stamped and shit. It's crazy.
headache, Tylenol is going to get rid of it. And that's a pretty good reason to trust it.
For relief you can trust. Trust Tylenol.
I do.
Hospitals do. Regular strength Tylenol in tablets and capsules.
I feel good knowing I've got something as good as Tylenol to give my family when they need it. I know it works, and I know hospitals use it. And that's all I need to know.
Tylenol.
Hospitals won't let you, get murdered by any number of people and cover it up for decades as the body count rises, as the person moves from place to place, as the police aren't called to save the reputation of the whatever. It just feels like whatever. I've been watching a lot of true crime as usual. Every week seems to be a different theme, but like the running theme in the medical industry is like you could be a straight up serial killer for decades.
Yep.
And the hospital will be like, you can't kill people here anymore. Please leave. Here's a letter of recommendation.
Yeah, to go elsewhere.
Please kill somebody somewhere else. And they do. Like Wettlaufer, the one in Canada, or all those, like, they call them angels
of death.
Angels of death or whatever. Man or woman, they're all the same. It's always like God spoke to them, or they were just angry and they give them air embolisms or throw a bunch of insulin into them.
There's a whole SVU episode on it.
That's the thing. It's like, what? I don't know. The more I hear about it, the more like, what the fuck? The more I hear people are like, I don't trust hospitals. I kind of want to go, I kind of get it, because like, even if it only happens like once in every 100 hospitals, the fact that someone is like killing between 1 and 24 people and they go, hey,
knock that off.
Stop it. Like they give them a whack on the nose with a rolled up issue of people.
With a Bank of America 2.5-year time certificate, you get our current high interest rate of 11 3/4% and a lot more. You also get the safety of California's largest bank, the convenience of over 1,000 branches statewide.
Our state will never be bankrupt. So just rest assured in that.
And now, with our new combined balance service, your savings can help you get checking, even interest checking, free of monthly charges. Earn high interest and a lot more at Bank of America.
Checking is new.
That's my bank.
Did you know that A.O. Reed charges over $49 for the first hour, and Sears, they still won't tell us what they charge per hour, but yet...
Even though we keep asking them.
Budget charges only $19.90 an hour.
Since 1955, we've developed over 70 different toothpastes. Not one has been able to beat Crest at fighting cavities. But finally, after 26 years, one succeeded. It was tested in the largest clinical studies ever done on any toothpaste. 3 years.
Here in the black void of giant shit and the wall of missing children.
And thousands of kids like these. And these tests show this new toothpaste can give you significantly better cavity
He feels like if Willem Dafoe and Larry King had a baby.
protection than Crest. Introducing new
Because if you just close your eyes and listen to him, he sounds like when he was
Gary
in.
Busey.
He sounds like Gary Busey. But it sounds like when he played the detective in Reservoir Dogs. Not Reservoir Dogs. Boondock Saints. Sorry. Sounds like when he plays the detective in Boondock Saints. Just listen, close your eyes, and listen to Willem Dafoe.
advanced formula Crest with the new cavity-fighting system, Fluorostat. It can mean fewer cavities with Crest than you ever got before. All
It's ammonia. It's all useless.
new advanced formula Crest, because any cavity you get is too many cavities.
Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
It's accepted by the American Dental Association.
I'm going to take over a boat.
It was a firefight.
You guys see Speed 2?
When we set out to
Was a
improve the
firefight.
great laundry
There
detergent,
was a firefight! Yeah, they don't fire.
we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that
This
get
is
out
our
grease
wedding
and oil,
portrait from
and
Ryan.
add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before.
Did you make that, Ryan?
Should we
So
show
that's
it
what
on
we
the...
did.
Pretty good.
All in the concentrated
I'll put it in the. You'll
Yeah.
see it on the
quarter
community
cup called
post.
New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor
Tacos?
oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm
Dude, if you were able to produce that level of artwork, what the fuck? I said that shit earlier.
water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the
Now
kind
you
of
can
power
clean
you
3
get
pairs
in
of safety
Era's little
glasses.
quarter cup.
Whoa.
New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Check out, hey.
This, yes. In the Delta Quadrant, we use Era. This reminds me of that. If you grew up in the 90s, you probably had a science book at some point that had that Newtonian experiment where you had like oil, water, and like 3 liquids, and you could drop like a bolt, a grape, and a something, and they would all rest at the different levels of because the liquid would separate. That's what this feels like, but it's not scratching the itch because like why the levels here? Why are we not getting there? Why does it look like a mug? Like as soon as you're done doing laundry, you're gonna like drink
Have some
coffee out of
coffee?
this?
Decaf coffee.
Flavored crystals.
Good night, Ryan.
Well, dig in.
Thanks for the picture.
Your potato salad tastes better than mine. But don't we have the same recipe? I thought so.
She's eating it out of a Frisbee.
Oh.
Why does one potato salad taste better? It
What
could be the
potato
mayonnaise. Because if it isn't Best Foods, your salad isn't the best it can be. Fresh, wholesome ingredients go into Best Foods, and no other mayonnaise tastes fresher.
Wholesome is a word that.
You're right. It's a word.
Well, I hear wholesome. If you're into old media, wholesome was a word that started in like the 40s and 50s. You know, it's wholesome, milk, bread, blah, blah, blah. Is it wholesome? This feels wholesome. It's because it's wholesome. It has everything. It was made from the whole product. And it feels so like, I don't know, meaningless. But as soon as we start getting into the 70s here, you see that mixture of like definitely chemically based or dehydrated things, and then on the other side it'd be like, well, it's everything that it's made of naturally. It's so weird because like maybe it's because humans are weird and that's just what we do. We spent so much time just eating raw natural foods from like things that we could look at, and then like what's in an Oreo and where do all those pieces come from? And you go, well, it's whatever. It's so weird that we had that swing for it was like we spent so much time eating stuff which was like off the tree. It's like we want something as unnatural as possible. And I would such a pushback to be like, oh, the artificial colors. When like in the 70s, if something was purple or green, you were over the fucking moon.
Sure, creamier.
Best Foods does make a difference.
Best Foods Real Mayonnaise makes whatever
Bring
you
out the
make
best.
the best it can be.
Mayonnaise.
X is for extra silky. X is for extra dazzling.
cowboy hats.
And X is for extra body. Introduce your hair to Flex
To Triple X.
Extra Body Shampoo with balsam and protein.
Balsam?
Plus, an extra Revlon bodybuilder no other shampoo has. Feel the extra rich lather, the extra silky body you get. X marks the spot. X marks the winner. X marks Flex Extra Body Shampoo and Extra Body Conditioner, too. From Revlon. Extra beautiful.
But without high def, it's like everybody else's hair. I don't know about that. Anyway, that's about all we've got for you tonight. How about that? Before we see another one of those...
Nate's... What's the commercial with the legs?
I don't remember anymore. We've seen it so often, it's just a part of me. I don't remember the name of it. But... yeah, we'll call it. So thank you so much for showing up to this tonight. I appreciate it. In a couple of days' time, we'll have a little true crime thing going on. Got some interrogations I'm still up in the air about. We'll see what's going on. I'm still looking into the one that was recommended to us. There's so many out there, but thank you, Fosco. I appreciate that. Thank you for showing up. We will see you next time on another episode of FFOP Radio. And until then, take care.
Bye.
Smell you later.
For the try to
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.